Hey guys, you and I both know that referrals are really the foundation of growth in your gym. In fact, every client that you bring in through paid ads or through your media or your email marketing or whatever should turn into several clients because they want to bring their friends to find this life-changing service that you offer. And so today I'm going to give you 5 referral strategies that are actually tactical so that you can just go out and do them step by step. First, I want to start with this. This is your marketing hierarchy. These are your priorities starting from the ground up. The base of your marketing pyramid is always going to be referrals because that multiplies the results that you get from every other form of marketing that you do. The second layer up from that is your media. This is what you publish consistently. And this is your big media. This is like your blog, your podcast, your YouTube channel. And this is really the net that catches everybody, that gains their interest and builds their trust. Next up from that is your organic social media. These are the things that you post for free on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And then finally are your paid advertising. Now, all of these top layers should funnel clients down to that bottom layer, and those new clients that come in from your ads should turn into several new clients from referrals. Today, I'm going to give you 5 ways to start this conversation because it's not as easy as it sounds, but it is something that you need to do ongoing to grow your business. So your top 5 strategies for getting more referrals. The first is a great idea that a lot of people in the Two Brain group use, and this is a VIP card. This is when a client reaches a certain point in their client journey in your gym. Maybe it's their 20th visit. Maybe like us, it's just built into their second goal review session. We give them a client card called a VIP card. And that VIP card is something that they can hand to a friend, colleague, a family member, and the VIP card could be like a free intro session. Or in our case, it's more like a, hey, join me for a 2-on-1 personal training session. So now you bring the friend in, they do a training session with the client that's already there. And when you say, would you like to talk about membership options? You've got an advocate in the room with you, right? You're like triaging this brand new client. A lot of times what this actually turns into is 2-on-1 training, which helps the trainer scale up their time and their income. And it helps bring in this new client in the most familiar way possible. So the first referral tactic is a VIP card. A word of warning here, don't just make it a $100 value or a free first month or a free anything. It should be something that they do along with your current client, not a free group trial. 2-on-1 personal training session, or maybe even a 1-on-1 training session with the coach. Second referral strategy is Bring a Friend Friday. Now, back in 2010, a lot of gyms were doing this like free community workout thing every Saturday, me included. That's why I'm like rolling my eyes right now. The problem is that if you do this all the time, you start losing its effect. What you actually want is for your best members to grab their friends and bring them in with them for a trial. And the most effective gyms at using the Bring a Friend strategy do it about quarterly. So every 3 months or so, you run an event. It's a lot of fun. You bring in some extra coaches so that you can do like impromptu no sweat intros with people who are coming in. The new people come in, they sign a waiver, they do a fun workout where you teach a little bit, but it's mostly like adventurous. They should find like a very simple win. Maybe you have a theme like a wine and wad or whatever. And at the end, they just leave feeling smiling and empowered, like not throwing up, but their friend is asking them, how'd you like that? And the best thing that you can do at Bring a Friend Friday is have a quick conversation with them right off the hop and schedule their on-ramp right there, or schedule a no sweat intro if you need a more formal conversation, okay? If you're in Two Brain, there's a full Bring a Friend Friday step-by-step playbook and guide in the Growth Toolkit. Third option for getting referrals is birthday parties. And of course, this is most successful with kids, but you can do it with adults. And I've seen this done. With a kid, what you want to say to a kid that's already in your program, you're talking to their parent during the class or right afterward, and you say, hey, Jimmy loves it. Would Jimmy like to do their birthday party here? I mean, you guys have been amazing clients. You've been here for 2 years, or you brought in 5 other kids or whatever. Like, find an excuse to offer this to them so that you don't have to offer it to everybody. And you say, you know, Jimmy's going to be turning 9 next week. That reminder came up on my calendar. What about hosting Jimmy's party here? You know, bring a cake. I'll bring in some coaches. We'll open up the gym for 2 hours. We'll set up a couple of obstacle courses or Ninja Warrior challenges or whatever. and it'll just be fun. And then you don't have to worry about cleanup, just bring the food and drink. Okay. And then what you've got is you've got, number one, Jimmy's best friends showing up and trying the service. And the try the service out works way better for kids than it does for adults, by the way. You've got kids coming in to pick them, or parents coming to pick them up. So every kid who does this birthday party has to have a parent sign a waiver. So you've got the parent's contact info. And then it would be great if the parents actually came in and watched the last 10 minutes. So you can even make that part of the party. Like, hey, if you want to bring your parents, they can participate in the last challenge in the last 10 minutes. And then you book no sweat intros with those parents too. So birthday parties work amazingly well. So first VIP card, second Bring a Friend Friday, third birthday parties, fourth are wellness days. So if you've got an amazing client who works at a very busy office, let's say they're an accountant, or they're like a bookkeeper, or they're a receptionist, or they work with real estate brokers or insurance agents or whatever, you can say, you've been an amazing client. You've made incredible progress. I know this is a stressful time of the year for you at work. How can I help? What if I came in and I just did a free presentation on stress reduction, or a free presentation on how to pack healthy lunches, or how to avoid stress eating, or how to stretch at your desk, or something like that. Think about like what non-exercisers would want to talk about, not, I'm going to come in and teach you how to use a foam roller to do mobility on your lunch break. That's not going to work. You're going to offer to help them in a way that they are ready to hear. Okay. And so what you do is you go into the office, you make a short presentation, you do a Q&A. The Q&A is the most important part. You hold a draw. So you just hand out little tickets. Hey, fill in your name and email address here, and I'm going to draw for a free 2-on-1 personal training workout with the client who invited me in today. And but you've collected everybody's name and email addresses for your email list and lead nurture. And then you've demonstrated your authority and your expertise. You've been happy and smiley, and they want to exercise with you. They've met you in person, and you've got a way to do direct outreach afterwards. So wellness days are my fourth. The fifth one is the big one, and this is just asking. So built into your client journey should be goal reviews happening about every 90 days or so. And when you're sitting down with the client, you want to ask the question, who has helped you most on this journey outside the gym, or who in your life could really benefit from the same progress that you've made? You're just asking. You're not being uncomfortable about it. You don't have to feel awkward or slimy or salesy or any of that stuff. All you have to do is ask and just say, like, who in your life could really benefit from this service, and let them tell you. Affinity marketing takes us a step further, and we teach that in our growth course, where we actually prepare for the conversation. We have a person in mind. We make the suggestion ourselves. We're more active instead of passive. But at about the 90-day mark in your client journey, you want to ask that question, because at that point, people are evangelists for your service. They've seen a little bit of results. They've been around long enough to see some results. They're super bought into the community. Maybe they're like wearing the high socks, or they bought a couple of your t-shirts. They're willing to talk about you, but they're not going to start the conversation on their own. They're going to either wait to be asked, or they're going to need you to help them. So just asking, and then taking it a step further. Remember, the greatest gift that you can give your client is to bring their spouse into the gym. Imagine the compounding effect that will have on their life. If they're not the only one in their house eating healthy, if they're not the only one in their house prioritizing exercise, if they're not the only one in their house nagging the kids to turn off their screens and go to bed at 9 o'clock. Think about how much their life could change if you brought their spouse into the gym. You're doing them a favor by asking. And a lot of the times, maybe they don't want to pester their spouse to come in. They need your help. This is one of the ways that you can actually help them. And that's why the just ask method, is in my book, Help First, along with all of these other methods too. Now, I've got a sixth way to get referrals, and this is a bonus, but it's just for 2-brand clients. We've got a brand new email template in our content vault. So if you go into the toolkit, you go into the content vault, you'll find an amazing email template for teaching your clients how to refer their friends. It's so simple once you try it that you'll be amazed. Like, oh, I just have to tell them how to refer their friends and they'll do it, but they will. In the service business, most service businesses grow by referrals. Your best new clients will come from referrals from your current best clients. All you have to do is ask, Hopefully this has been helpful to give you some step-by-step ways to actually go out there and ask and get referrals and grow your business with high affinity, high value clients. If this has been good for you, please hit subscribe on our YouTube channel so that we know to keep making content just like this.